Well, here it is, Memorial Day 2020. I take videos of these every year, but this is the first batch of the year of mountain quail under a Bantam hen. She did a nice job. I don't see how many she hatched in there. I had 10 eggs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like she's got 8 so far. Might be, hopefully the other couple will hatch. That's a lot of eggs to stuff under a little Bantam. I usually do 8 or 9. Maybe she couldn't cover them all, but I've done it before and they've all hatched. But this is the first time right now. I just put the water and food in. And she's got to teach them how. She's got to teach them how. But, I set a batch every week. There's one underneath her there. Throw that in there for the hell of it. Those will be nice tame chicks. You know, every time a calm mother hen hatches, they always end up pretty tame. Now I got the next one due for next week right there. She's on 10. This year I put some 1/2-inch hardware cloth, just took some twistums. You know, some usually I just stuff cardboard in there, so the hell of it, but I took the time to do that this year. Just so the chicks won't go out through the holes and they can still see her. She went right back on. Keep them warm. Hopefully those others will hatch. Yeah, and I've got 3 more. That's the third one to set right there. She's got 10 under her. And these two are setting good. They went broody and I put their eggs under them. And one there and one there. Those are the next one. I set them both at the same time. I've got a batch of 20. I'm going to set 10 under each one of those either tonight or tomorrow night. So that's that with them. You see this battery's getting low and this camera will probably quit anytime. There's Dilly Dally in a little makeshift playpen. Damn fox came in the yard and got Dewberry. So I ordered Dilly 2 new ducklings for company. They'll be here in a few weeks. Yeah, I got the pens up here all blocked and leveled. Mowed a couple days ago. It's growing fast this time of year. Got my breeder flock of mountains. They're still producing. They should have maybe another 3 weeks left in them. I've got Murns and all the double deckers. There's an empty one there to grow some out in, padded ceiling. And I've got another pair there. That's actually the first pair to start laying a few days ago. So yeah, hen's name is Pee-wee, and she is on the nest. She might lay today. And down below, my hen, the brown clown with the new male Kevin, he was in there building her a nest this morning. So I got an idea. If she laid a couple days ago, she might lay again today. I've got a bunch of empties. So I got rid of all the cheap shit, and all the valleys, gambles, blue scales. That was a goddamn mistake getting back into those. That just attracted all the cheapskates, and I had to give them away and lose money. So all they're doing is taking up precious space for 125. That's what I'm going up on the mountain quail this year. I'm going on 125. Price everybody else is at least that. 150, 175, 200 brokers. So, and this year I am actually going to take a little bit for a deposit this time, because I've had people emailing me and calling me just like last year, and they want, but when it comes time to start shipping in the fall, they didn't come through last year until later. So I ended up selling 30 36 to a goddamn broker who doubled my cost on them and took the credit for the one to raise them. So that's not right, and I'm not going to do it again. I never had to do that before, and I didn't really have to do it because just like you flipped a switch, all of a sudden after I sold those, everybody started buying them again, cleaning me out of the last 70 or so. Yeah, real quick. I got 2 more hens to go broody in here, and hopefully by the time they do, I'll have some more mountain eggs for them, and if not, I'll put some Merns under. Now, a couple of years ago, I had some hatch mountains early, and then they started laying again, started setting, went broody, and later in the year I hatched a clutch of Bensons out of a few. So some years you can get them to set twice, and that's handy. And, I hate incubating and brooding. I do it mostly, but as many as I can set under hens. I'm going to hatch a whole bunch of. I'm going to hatch another 15 hens or so, and I'm going to set a lot more eggs under bantam hens next year. Some of the mountains still cranking. I only got 2 eggs this morning, so maybe this evening they'll lay a few more. Most of the time they lay in the boxes, once in a while on the wire or out in the middle of the shavings, and kind of hate it when they lay out on the wire, but as long as I get them quick, they don't peck them or the sun doesn't cook them. Yeah, the only cheap stuff I kept was Tennessee Reds and a few Bob Whites, just because I like to hear them whistling, like to hear them calling, and that's it. Other than that, it's basically the same old video that I take every spring. You know, on the buoy painting procedure and getting the skiff ready, and yeah, it's a mess. Garage is a mess with all the projects I got going on. Same old stuff. Behind on my buoys. Got with this damn virus going around. I don't think the lobster price is going to be any good anyway, and I don't know. I kind of dread going. I'm only gonna set about 1/3 of my gear this year if it's going to be low, and I've got 100 projects around here that I've been meaning to catch up on, and that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to set about 1/3 of my traps, haul every 3 or 4 days, and every day in between I'm going to replace all those old worn out brittle shingles on all my old 20-year-old pens. I'm going to put metal roofs on all those because all the rest of the cages are in good shape. Just a ton of yard work to do around here. A couple storms. I've got a lot of trees down. I'm going to clean up the woods out back, chainsaw out, and burn some brush piles. A lot of stuff to do around the yard. Indoor projects, things to build. Said I wasn't going to build any more cages, but I got a few other ones to rebuild. So I'm going to tackle that, and between that and tending all the birds, raising all these young ones. One thing I'm going to do this week is cut some more of that hardware cloth and put it up on those 4. I don't want those chicks going through the wire either. These here with the padded tops, I'd have hens in these. I already got the hardware cloth in them, but I keep them for Merns because they're headbangers, and I don't put hens in those because they pick at the foam rubber at the top. And I can't have them doing that, so I'll raise some young Merns in there. You know, they get the light bulbs and Y sockets, and if it gets cool, I'll just throw a little plastic over the top of them. I guess you've seen that in my other videos if you've ever watched this. Get some stuff to take to the dump. Got more rope to go through. Just constant work right in the middle of painting everything. Got those new whale laws. I got to paint all my end lines, 450 end lines, 3 feet of purple on each end. The red, gray, yellow, and white out. I got to set the brooders up. They're not even on the table yet. I don't have any eggs in the incubator other than what's going under hens right now, pretty much. So I don't need to do that for a while. I wish somebody'd buy big ears. I'm tired of them attacking me. It's Memorial Day. I put the 5 flags up for the 5 veterans I got in this old cemetery. Some of these late 1800s. And down below I've got Bensons in every pen except for 2. I got 1 pair of Mearns. Kevin the Brown Clown, I've got an empty one to raise Mearns in, and an empty one without a padded top for probably Benson's. And that's it pretty much. I'll take another video a little later on when I get some more chicks hatch out. Okay, I'll shut this off before it runs out.